I'm sorry to turn my back on you. Don't worry, I'm not doing anything mean about you behind your back. No, here's my problem. Everybody, this is Jason, and this is Alexia. Now, when I came out tonight to start... when I came out to meet the audience before the show started tonight, I looked into the audience and I thought, wow, I have a quandary. There's two things that struck my eye about tonight's studio audience. One is, Alexia has... They changed. Doesn't Alexia have lovely hair? I thought, oh, what lovely hair. And then I thought, wait. That's not all I've noticed. Jason looks a bit like Chris O'Donnell. You see my problem? Oh, where are you going, guys? You see my problem. My problem is that I don't have any material. I'm kidding. If that's the least of my problems, actually. No, you know, it strikes me sometimes that, you know, people sometimes think, Craig, you don't really have a studio audience. And I think, are you mad? Every night I come out here and I see a wide array of different people in America. Some people who are happy. Some people who are like... I mean, they all, by the time they leave, they're all... Anyway, the thing is, I'd like to, once and for all, address the rumours that I don't have a studio audience. Could we have a shot of the studio audience, please? Can we see a... Yeah. No. That's just a tape we played in of another studio audience. Maybe we needed a picture of me actually with the studio audience. I know what you're thinking. Craig, that's just an animatronic studio audience that you had installed using special effects. Yes, that's right. And soon, me and my animatronic studio audience will march from coast to coast, taking one town and one city at a time. We will emerge from our hollowed-out volcano, marching across America with our phony laughter, ha 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 ha, until we fill the entire United States with insincerity. Then we'll go back to our hollowed-out volcano.
Ferguson.
Thank you. I don't quite. That's enough. No, that's enough. Honestly, really, you've done more than enough. Everyone's very happy with your phony applause. Please sit down. Sometimes it goes too far and then I just feel patronized. You know what I mean? It's a great day for America, everybody. Yes, it is! Yes, it is! Yeah, it is. And I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why. Because as of today, in the state of Vermont, as of today, absolutely, it's completely legal, no going back now. Same-sex marriage, legal in Vermont. And some people in the audience are very happy about that, and other people in the audience are like... Craig, we're okay with you, but... It's legal now in Vermont. That means it's only a matter of time before Ben marries Jerry. And if Ben and Jerry get married, they'll have to come up with a gay ice cream. I don't know what you could call it, but it'll have to be something with a lot of nuts and... something that goes straight to your ass. Anyway, no, I'll start... What? Oh, yeah, make me the bad guy. Go on. It's a joke. It's a joke. How dare you say something? How dare you say something? Well, it's a joke. You said something. Well, I gotta say something. No. Don't say anything and don't move. Well, that wouldn't be very entertaining. You're not entertaining anyway. I think my inner dialogue just escaped. Do you know that some politicians are seriously suggesting that Dick Cheney should run for president? Man. Yeah, these politicians are called Democrats. There's very big news in Hollywood, though. Yesterday, Disney bought Marvel Comics for $4 billion. Not just a Marvel comic, the whole collection. $4 billion. I think this is fantastic. Now we're this much closer to having the Jonas Brothers destroyed by the Incredible Hulk. I see those. You went from to Do you know that there's a TLC show? You know the TLC, the Learning Channel. They've got a show called 18 Kids and Counting, right? It's a reality show, and the couple are about to have their 19th baby. Is that all you need to do now to get on TV? Just have like 20 babies or something? All I can say is, the ball's in your court, Octomom. Anyway, today is a very big day for me. It's a very big day for me. This is the day I look forward to all year. I always say that. But today is a big day. This is the day the 2010 Farmer's Almanac hits the newsstands. Now, I know what you're thinking. Wait a minute, Craig. You're thinking I'm not a farmer. I'm not a farmer, Craig. Why would I care about the Farmer's Almanac? I'll tell you why, because the Farmer's Almanac is famous for predicting the weather. Buying the Farmer's Almanac is like having your very own Al Roker. But in book form. And that'd be easier to lift, for sure. No, wait, no, that's not fair. That's not fair. Al's lost a lot of weight, but he's still got to be about 190 pounds, so... Yeah. It'll be quite hard to lift, you know. It'd be easier if we're going like that. Anyway, I've always fancied the idea of being a farmer. So it's not a regular farmer, a gentleman farmer. You know, a gentleman. The different from a regular farmer, a gentleman farmer doesn't need to make the income from the farming. They just pretend they're farmers. You can get up whatever time of day you want. You're like, yeah, it's 11 o'clock, who cares? Oh, all my pumpkins died? Who cares? Let's go to Starbucks. I'll have a pumpkin latte. Anyway, this year, the Farmer's Almanac makes a very bold weather prediction. It's saying that later in the year, we're in for a major cold front. Which apparently is a strange phenomenon known as winter. Anyway, the controversy this year is because the National Weather Service says the Farmer's Almanac is wrong. Exactly! I am phony annoyed about that too. Ooh, is that what you want, Craig? Ooh. Yes, that would do nicely, thank you. Anyway, scientists are saying that the temperatures will be warmer than usual, and the farmers are saying no, colder. And I see scientists are always trying to pick a fight. I'm fed up with you scientists. What are you? 50 years ago, scientists said that cigarettes were not bad for you. Yes! Aha! Many of our audience remember that time. They did. They said smoking was good for you, scientists. They were like, smoking, a way to keep the lungs clear. Scientists in the 1980s told me that cocaine was not addictive. Now, when I say scientists, I, of course, mean cocaine dealers. But you know, in many ways... Anyway, I follow the weather the forecast very, very closely, is what I'm saying, because I like flying airplanes. So the weather's kind of important. And the most accurate weather predictions you can ever get are about 6 to 7 hours in advance. After that, it's a guess. It's a guess! You didn't know? It's a guess! My phony outrage is doing very well today, isn't it? It's a guess, I tell you, it's a guess. Craig, are you really angry? Well, you bet I am, mister. I'm as angry about this as I am about other things. You can't predict the weather that far in advance. It's like the weather patterns are always changing, here, there, turning into William Shatner, changing here, there. The weather patterns are constantly changing. It's like Lindsay Lohan's sexual preference. You never know what you're going to get. But anyway, that's not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is that the Farmer's Almanac is not just the weather reports. You get the cooking advice, the fishing advice, and sexy vegetable of the month calendar. Let's take a look at Miss January. Do we have Miss January? Hello. All right. Stop it. That's not really from the Farmer's Almanac. It's from my own personal garden. My garden puts the organ in organic. We have to take a break. We'll be right back with more remedies and stuff.
If your life leaves you with questions, seek advice from under the sea. Dear Aquaman, please give your advice to me, Aquaman.
No, I said no. Oh, she called me at 3 o'clock in the morning. What was I meant to do? No, I don't know. I think they call it booty call. I don't know. Excuse me. Off you go. Careful! Oh, the currents are very strong today. Hello, mortals! It is I, Aquaman, here to help you. A letter from someone in need. Thank you, Henry. This one reads, Dear Aquaman, is it uncomfortable to wear your underwear outside of your tights? Yes, it is. What I do, though, is I tuck a couple of jellyfish into my tights. Stings a bit at first, but after a while, you lose feeling. There's nothing going on. What? See, nothing at all. Call a doctor.
Please give your advice to me, Aquaman.
Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. Welcome back. Oh, yes. Welcome back, everybody, to the show. Don't. All right, welcome back, everybody. All right, do we have time for email? Yes, we do. We do have time for email. Yeah! All right, this is from Karen in Plainsboro in New Jersey. Karen says, my nomination for the best diner is the Blue Ben in Bennington, Vermont. Now, if you missed the show last night, and let's be honest, you did. So did I. I went to the best diner I've been to so far in my life, the Royal Springfield Diner in Springfield, Vermont. Fantastic. Fantastic. How good can it be? Pretty good. And I thought, well, let's have a Diner Hall of Fame. And we tried to make a graphic for the Diner Hall of Fame, but we couldn't get it made because no one knows how to work the high-def machine. But I think we have now. Have we got it? Let's have a graphic for
the Diner Hall of Fame.
That was worth 2 days, wasn't it? All right, well, so there's the Blue Ben in Bennington has been nominated. We'll keep a note of that. And the Royal Springfield Diner in Springfield, Vermont. 2 in Vermont. And none in any other state. Now, this is interesting because this comes from New Jersey. Can you two stop talking? What the hell are you talking about? Can we have a shot of them there? Look, a shot of them. Yeah, these two people who are lit just as well as I am. Now, they're talking about stuff. When can we go to Vermont? As soon as possible, please. Don't. You know, the people who make this show don't watch this show even while we're making it. All right, this is from Olivia. What was your name again? Alexia. Alexia and Olivia. It's like 2 different ibuprofen treatments. Olivia in West Branch in Michigan. Olivia says, I'm going into surgery pretty soon. Nothing serious. Do you have any tips to calm the nerves down? I've never had surgery before. Well, I recommend tequila. Pretty much for anything. This is from Banner in Lancaster. Excuse me, I'm a bit coffee. Do you know what it is? I think it's the fires. You know, in LA, the whole city is covered in ashy dust. It is. It does. It's everywhere. It's not funny at all. And this email will bear testament to that. This is from Katie in Catawissa in Montana. Dearest Craig, I'm not really sure why I'm emailing you because you're probably not going to get off the name of my hometown, but what? Get off the name of my hometown, but I like giving hugs. How about you? Even the people who email the show don't care about the show. You're probably not even going to read this. I don't even know why I'm sending it. Say hi to the 2 guys that are talking all the way through the show. Hey, But do I like giving hugs? You bet I do. You know, I like giving hugs to kittens. This is from Rajan in San Diego. Rajan says, excuse me, I've got a frog in my throat. That's what it is. All right. I thought of a really dirty joke there. And I thought, well, I'd do it. And I thought, well, we'll just have to cut it out. And I thought, well, do it anyway. Who gives a... Ooh la la! And then I thought, you can't say that. We'll have to cut that out. This is from Rajan in San Diego. Did it seem to you there like we just cut something out? This is from Rajan in San Diego. Rajan says, if I were on a game show and I had to use a lifeline to win $1 million, could I call you? You could, but you don't have my telephone number. Oh. Well, we're out of emails. What are we going to do now? Well, I don't know. What are you two guys talking about? About going to a commercial? Yeah. Ooh la la! A commercial, then. My first guest tonight is, he's an American treasure. Yes, he is, actually. He's one of our greatest living directors. Most of the time. Shut up, he'll hear you. No, he is. He's one of the greatest American directors ever. Living or dead. There, I said it. He's got a new film out, Inglourious Bastards. It's in theaters now. Take a look at this.
So you're the Jew hunter. I'm a detective. A damn good detective. Finding people is my specialty, so naturally I worked for the Nazis finding people, and yes, some of them were Jews, but Jew hunter? Just a name that stuck.
Well, you do have to admit, it is catchy.
Do you control the nicknames your enemies bestow on you? Aldo the Apache and the Little Man?
The German's nickname for me is the Little Man.
And as if to make my point, I'm a little surprised how tall you were in real life. I mean, you're a little fellow, but not circus midget little.
Please welcome the great Quentin Tarantino, everybody. Quentin Tarantino. Welcome.
Hey, I have to tell you something. When I was in the back and I was watching the Aquaman bit,
Yes.
I totally brought back to my mind in the 70s.
Right.
They used to have an Aquaman cartoon.
Yes.
On the Saturday morning.
Right.
And one of the things that was really funny about the Aquaman cartoon is Ted Knight, who played Ted Baxter.
Right. Yes.
Not only did the voice for Aquaman, but did the voice for the narrator of the show. But he did the narrator voice in the same voice he used for Ted Baxter.
So it sounded like
every show would start deep inside Aquaman's lair. I was like, it's Ted Baxter.
How you doing, Quentin?
I'm doing great.
All right, so listen, congratulations on this movie. It's monster. It's huge.
It's doing pretty good, man. I'm pretty excited about it.
It's fantastic. It's like a $1 billion. Well done. Now,
by the way, I like the way you say bastard. You can say it a lot if you
bastard.
want.
Well, see, where I'm from, bastard is actually quite it's a very intense word. You're not really allowed to say bastard. It's a bit like fanny. You can't say fanny. Like here, you can say fanny all day. Like, oh, fanny, bastard.
Yeah.
You can change your name to Fanny Bastard and have your own talk show. But
you guys throw the C word around a lot too.
Oh yeah. But it doesn't mean the same. Yeah. You see, it's all mixed up.
So I was right. You were a little drunk with power when you were saying the title of my movie.
Oh, yes,
Because you really threw a lot into bastard.
Bastards. No, it's true. It's great though. And I don't know if you noticed this when you were making the film. When you were directing the film, you probably look down the lens a lot, right?
Yeah,
and you look at the. Did you notice? I think. Tell me if I'm out of line. I think Brad Pitt's quite good-looking man. Isn't he? Do you ever think when you look down the lens, you think, oh God, I wish I was gay? You ever...
Well, I wouldn't use those words.
Right.
There actually was a moment when I was. Get your mind out of the gutter, people.
No, you shot the movie in Vermont. That's right.
There was this moment where I was like, literally, I was like looking through the viewfinder and Brad was in the shot. And I remember thinking to myself, wow, this is what Sidney Pollack, the director of Jeremiah Johnson, must have felt when he was shooting Jeremiah Johnson. When you got Robert Redford standing in your frame,
yeah,
you know?
yeah,
it was like, I felt like I was at the movie theaters. It was like a movie star right there in the frame.
Well, he is a movie star, but you've worked with a lot of movie stars. You famously, in Pulp Fiction, restored the movie star status of John Travolta.
Oh, yeah, no. I have, it's, you know, I've had worked with movie stars before, but there was just also something about every once in a while you'll look through the camera and it's like you want popcorn. You're sitting at the theater. It's not the making of aspect of it anymore.
Do you still, because you're a judge in movie competitions now, people go to festivals and say, the great Quentin Tarantino, please, Quentin, will you judge this movie for us? Now, do you... You know what I'm talking about. Do you actually sit in a movie theater and watch the movies, or do you watch it on a TV?
Oh God, no. Especially if you're at a film festival or something like that. No, you always see them at the cinemas. You know, usually you're seeing them during the competition. They'll have like a jurors screening, and then they'll have the audience screening, and they actually try to get you to the audience screening so you can see.
So you can see
if it's funny, you can hear other people laughing.
Yeah. Because I always thought that it was unfair to judge, because I thought that the judges just watched it on a TV.
No.
Because most people now don't see movies on TV.
You know, well, you know, look, if you're going all the way to a festival and wherever it's going to be, San Sebastian or someplace like that.
Oh, I'm sorry, I've never been to San Sebastian.
But if you don't want to sit in your hotel room, you're going to want to go out to the theaters, and usually, and it's also fun, oftentimes, to watch it with your other jury members, because then, after you've seen a couple movies, you go out, you have something to eat, and you talk about the merits or lack of the different movies.
And when you say something to eat, do you mean?
Oh yeah. You do a lot of drinking when you're at a film festival, actually.
Now, have you ever gone out with the other judges at a film festival, got completely trashed, and given an award to a movie that had no business getting an award? Because I think if you did, you were judging the Oscars at one point in the last 5 or 6 years.
I actually had one situation where I was at a film festival in Italy, and we all decided that there was this one Afghanistani movie that was definitely like the best of the bunch.
Right.
Then I saw this really kind of austere, excuse me.
No, I thought it was a word like, don't tell, I'm Fanny Bastards, I don't know.
Russian movie about this shepherd dude.
Right.
And, it was very undramatic, but something about it just kind of hit me in the right way.
Right.
And so I started lobbying for it. And to let me share the top prize. Now, nobody else in the festival liked this movie. I think they all fell asleep during it.
Right.
But it was so the exact opposite of what you would think I would respond to, that they were so charmed that I responded to it, that they actually split the award in half and gave it to this other film as well.
This is like 12 Angry Men.
It was like that. Well, they're 12 friendly people, actually.
Right.
You know,
because of the
But then, so then we're at the party, and I'm like feeling, whoa, I turned white to black here. This is a big deal. All right. And then the producer of that Russian film, the movie was called Dove the Bell Ringer. There's a reason you've never heard of it.
Right. On the contrary, it's my favorite movie. I love Dove the Bell Ringer.
Dove the Bell Ringer, I love that movie.
Dove the Bell Ringer 2, The Legend of Curly's Gold. I love that one, too.
And so the producer comes in, and I come walking over to her, and I'm like, hey, I really liked your movie. Congratulations, your movie was awesome. And she looked at me like I was a complete peon. Peon, and just said, yes, we make good movies. And totally snubbed me.
Oh, my God.
And, walked away.
That's awesome.
And I was just like...
No, that's awesome.
Oh, no, you didn't.
Yeah! That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, no, you didn't.
Hell no, yeah.
Do your snap thing again.
Yeah. That's it. You don't diss Fanny Bastard. Wow, so that seems terrible. Listen, we have to take a break, but would you mind? It's just commercials, and then you can come back and we can talk some more.
I'm here.
All right, Quentin Tarantino, everybody. We're Welcome back. I'm here with Quentin Tarantino. Now listen, Quentin and I were just talking, and you were talking about when you judge a film for a film festival, you look at every bad part of the movie and every good part of the movie. You really put it under a microscope. Now, do you ever watch a movie and you think, I'm done with this good movie thing. I really need to see Beethoven 5 or something like that, you know? Do you get movie blind? Do you ever think, if I see one more piece of subtext or some good camera angle, I'm going to lose my mind?
Well, you know, and it's funny. It even goes into connection to the film festival thing you were talking about. When I went to the Cannes Film Festival this year with Inglourious Basterds, I wanted to make it a point to see as many of the films by the other directors in competition that I could, just to really have a good sense of who's all going to be there. And it just so happened there was like a few directors that had done a few things, but for whatever reason I'd missed some of them. So I decided to try to get caught up a little bit. And so for like 3 weeks before, I was seeing like a couple movies every night.
Yeah.
And these are, you're talking about like some of the most challenging art films made in the last few years.
Yeah.
And so it was really terrific, right? Taking it in, and it's tough stuff, and different languages and different tones in every movie.
Yeah, no way in hell would I ever watch any of it.
Yeah, look, it was Nirvana for me, but it was still tough going.
Right.
And then actually, I went out, and Star Trek had just opened, the new one. And I went out and saw it, and it was like, after seeing like 3 weeks of challenging art cinema, to go to see Star Trek was like, oh my God, a movie, I'm having a good time. I'm not having my guts ripped out at the end. It was like, I stuck away and ate ice cream or something.
Well, I directed a movie once in my life, right? And in pre-production for the movie, which of course you've done many, many times, and everybody wants things, and I went, oh, screw this. And I went to the movies, and I went to see Spider-Man, I think it was the first Spider-Man movie. And I watched it, and it was fantastic. And about halfway through the movie, I thought, oh, wait a minute. I'm not a guy who makes movies. I'm a guy who goes to the movies. But it was too late by then. I had to finish the movie. And then when people saw the movie, they said, he's not a guy who makes movies. He's a guy who goes to the movies.
Well, actually, it's funny. Bob Weinstein told me a very interesting story, because him and Harvey Weinstein, who run the company Weinstein Company I made the movie for, they directed one movie once. And he said he was working with another director right after that. And he was wondering why him and Harvey liked movies, why didn't they just do the best job directing movies? And so he was talking to a director right after that, and he was asking him about the scene, and obviously nothing had been shot yet. And the director was just describing it in a tremendous amount of detail. And then Bob was like, oh, wow. Okay, he's a director. He has a vision. He sees the movie.
Right.
So he just does what he sees. He actually sees it, all right? We didn't see it. We were chasing it. We were doing this. We were doing that. But a guy who truly is a director, like, you just see it.
Well, see, the thing is, I saw the movie that I wanted to make, and I didn't like it. And I thought, well, why continue? And I thought, why not? And that was...
Well, the movie you see can change.
But now, do you change your mind during the making of a movie? Do you think, oh, you know what, I'm going to go back and reshoot that again and have Brad Pitt be even more handsome?
Well, that'd be pretty hard to do. Well, you want it to be able to breathe. You want this little Frankenstein monster you're making to have a life of its own. But I mean, the thing is, in my situation, the script is really solid. I do all my experimenting and all my work on the script. So that works. I know that works.
And it's also cheap.
Yes.
Because you're just working with paper. There's not like people going, come on, Quentin, come on.
That's exactly it. And it's also, it's like, I know the structure will hold. This will work. If I like the script, I'll like the movie. All right. And so the thing about it, though, is, having said that, though, okay, say if we were doing a scene together, if it's in the script, and say it was today, Tuesday, and we show up on Tuesday, well, Tuesday has got to be part of it. Doesn't matter what I was thinking about when I was writing it in my room, or what we might have gone over in rehearsal or something. When it comes down to the day that we're actually going to do it, whatever is the vibe on Tuesday has got to work its way in, or what are we doing?
All right, so what I'm taking from this is that every scene that you shoot on a Tuesday is set on Tuesday.
Yeah, right.
Which is going to prove... That's going to be a continuity problem right there. Wait a minute, it's Tuesday.
But we have to finish it, but literally something. Okay, use a big example that's never happened before. But like, if you're getting ready to do a scene, and say you're driving to work that day, and say your car hits a dog.
A dog?
On the way to work. All right.
A cute dog?
Yeah, a dog. Yeah, a very cute dog. Oh. Okay, now look.
I hate you, Quentin Tarantino. I hate you.
Look, that's not the kind of catastrophe you would scrap shooting for, but it's gonna affect you. And if you don't bring some of that onto do the scene with you, then you're phony.
That's fascinating.
But that doesn't mean all of a sudden the scene's about a dog. But it just means that you are emotionally affected now, and that needs to work its way, find its way into the material.
I've got it right. So it's a love scene, right?
Yeah.
And the guy's on the way to work. He hits the dog.
Yeah.
He feels terrible. And so when the love scene's about to happen, he's like, I'm not in the mood.
Yeah, well,
yeah.
Well, that could be. Well, if the scene is about the guy not being able to get it up, all right?
You can't say that on the Fanny Bastard show. Hey, listen. You know what? Well, the last movie, the Grindhouse movie.
Yeah.
Kurt Russell was here promoting the movie, and while he was here, I got talking to him, and he got me into flying. This is directly a result of you making this film. He got me into flying. I just got my pilot's license.
Hey, congratulations, man.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations.
Now, what? You would love that.
Yeah.
You would love flying. It's perfect for a mind like yours, I think.
Well, okay, I did it once, real briefly once. I actually got invited. A friend of mine is involved with this. There's this one B-52 bomber from World War II that they've restored.
A B-52?
A total B-52, and it's a real one from the war. That they've restored it. It flies just great. And every year, to the people who helped kind of support the upkeep of it, they take you out for like an hour flight. All right, and it leaves from the Van Nuys Airport and just kind of flies around Malibu and kind of buzzes the Hollywood sign. It's really cool.
In a B-52?
In a B-52. All right, and so the thing is, while you're up there was about 6 of us up there, and we all had stick time with a B-52.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, I'm the first guy. I'm first, okay, go up there, Quentin. I'm like, oh my God. All right, so. Normally when you stick somebody who doesn't know how to fly and you give them the stick, they just freeze and they don't want to do anything.
I'm that guy. Yeah.
I'm like, wait a minute. I'm going to B-52. I'm going to see some cause and effect here. So I like, And the guy goes, okay, just follow the coastline, all right, because we're at Malibu. Well, I am following the coastline, but I'm following exactly like the line.
You'd never go fly. Quentin, we're out of time. Congratulations again on Inglourious Basterds. A huge anytime. Quentin Tarantino, right back.
If you're watching Craig at home, you're missing half the fun. Consider this your formal invitation to laugh live in our studio audience at a taping of The Late Late Show with Craig Ferguson. Please give us a call at 213-833-6469 or visit our website at cbs.com.
What did we learn on the show tonight, Craig?
I feel a little cheated there, to be honest. I had been told it was a new cat. Not a new cat, it's just that the cat's head opens up and another cat comes out and then... Ooh, this high def is a marvel, isn't it? Have you ever heard such utter crap in your entire life? High def! What does that mean? You can see the TV even more! As far as I can tell, what it does for this show is it's the same train wreck. It just happens to be the same train wreck with more lights. Anyway, what I would like to say is my apologies to Jason Ritter. He was meant to be on the show tonight, and then Quentin and I got talking, and then... But luckily, Jason has agreed to come back tomorrow night. Which seems a bit stupid. I mean, we're all here and ready to go. We could. What would be wrong with just taping them tonight and showing it tomorrow night? What would be wrong with that? I'll tell you why that wouldn't work. I'll tell you why that wouldn't work. Because I've got this tie on, and that would mean. What it would mean is that I'd have to wear the same tie tomorrow night. And let me tell you something. People notice that kind of thing in high def. All right, we gotta go. Good night, everybody. Good night.